And so if we have not taken the time to refresh ourselves and understand that this is a precious human rebirth, and we have this enormous, pretty straightforward opportunity right now to practice and to stabilize our mind, stabilize our perception. Indeed, awaken our pure perception so that it doesn't rely on these 5 bags called our senses. 5 containers called our senses. If we can give rise to this pure perception, this true view that I keep nagging you all about, then at the time of the bardo, the experience is not being thrown about on the waves of one's karma the way it would be for an ordinary person. And that's what they call a noble death, not an ordinary death. And that's the difference. In an ordinary death, one is susceptible. One can be flung helplessly on the seas of one's own habitual tendencies and karma and patterns. And if the mind is stable, and if we take this opportunity now, and with happiness and joy and gratitude, realize that this is it. Precious human rebirth, we nailed it. And take this opportunity to stabilize, it will never happen later. It simply will not happen. I'd like for us to get away from the kind of magical thinking that we tend to adapt simply because of the way we talk. For instance, we are taught, if you say the 7-line prayer, faithfully during this lifetime, then within 7 lifetimes you will be enlightened. It's true. The great bodhisattvas taught it. But if you use it as magical thinking, then how true can that be? If you think it's like a talisman to ward away the vampires of karma, how's that going to work? Doesn't even work in the movies. The vampire comes up and says, "Oy vey, you're bothering me." That's magical thinking. And what we should endeavor to accomplish is realizing the banquet we are sitting at, realizing how blessed we are through having this tremendous opportunity, this precious human rebirth, that this is the moment. This is when we stabilize our minds. This is when we practice deeply. And when we say the 7-line prayer, we shouldn't just say it and repeat it so many times with our little cute beads that we buy in the gift store. But and then you have the beads, and so you are so cool after that. We shouldn't, do it like that, because that's kind of magical thinking. It's not very deep. How much do you really gain? Even though you are reciting the seed syllables, isn't it a little bit the way a parrot might do it? If we have that kind of thinking. So if we take this opportunity and break through that numbness and say, all right, this is it. This is it. There was no other opportunity like this one. If I don't give rise to the bodhicitta now and practice honestly and deeply and do something about this mind that I am, that I live in, that I'm experiencing, well, there'll never be another time like this. That is the great blessing of awakening to and realizing the preciousness of this human rebirth. And there's no time like the present because life is so short.